Congrats, Rafa. The emotions were pretty heavy out there on the court. I wondered if you just talk about what it all meant to you to withstand that kind of pressure and come through that match.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, the last 3 hours of the match have been very, very intense. No, very, very tough mentally and physically too. No, so yeah. And at the end, with the video, with the crowd that have been, as always, amazing. That all these facts that make it the moment super special, no? And unforgettable moment at the same time. Deniil created this moment too, no? Because the way that he fighted, the way that he played, is a champion way, no? So just well done for him, and I really believe that he will have many more chances.
Rafa, how would you describe the accomplishment tonight? You've been in so many epic marathon battles, but tonight specifically, how would you describe it?
Well, all these special matches, if the matches, this kind of matches in the final of Grand Slam makes the match more special, no? And the way that the match became very dramatic at the end, no? That makes this day unforgettable, no? And part of my history of this sport, no? So just very happy. This trophy means everything to me today, and personal satisfaction, the way that I resisted all these tough moments is very high. So just I normally try to to hold the emotions, but at the end, for all these facts, have been impossible today.
Rafael, you still have some years left, of course, but are we looking at the future of tennis in Deniil?
He's 23. He's 23. The year that he's having is just very impressive, and he has a great future in front. I really believe that, of course, he will be able to win Grand Slams, a couple of them. No? So let's see. You know, in this life, it's impossible to predict the future, but his career looks very, very well.
After the match, you watched the video on the screen of all of your Grand Slam wins, and you just clearly were very emotional in that moment. What was going through your head as you watched it?
Well, we are getting old. And in some way that's, good, and see all the things that I went through and be able to still being here is so special for me. You know, I went through some tough moments, physically especially, and when you have physical issues, then mentally things became much more difficult now. So the emotions have been there, watching all the success, all the moments that all the moments that came to my mind in that moment, and yeah, I tried to hold the emotion, but some moments was impossible.
Far right in the back. Rafael, Deniil said that at I guess it was 2-3 of the third set, he was thinking what speech he would make after he lost. He was so, he thought he was going to lose. Just wondering, at any point, did you think that it was going to go the wrong way for you?
If I thought I going to lose?
Yeah.
Of course, when you have break point against, in the beginning of the fifth, losing the last two sets, you are in trouble. But I really try to avoid this thought. No, I always believe that I'm gonna keep having chances. No, that's the way that I approach. It's different. His position after two sets to laugh and break for me is human, that he had that feeling. But I always was in front of the score until the end. So it's difficult for me to think I'm gonna lose, but of course I was in trouble now. But I played not a very good game at the 3-2 of that third set. And in that moment, things looks under control, but then Deniil increased it a lot and changed a lot of things.
Earlier this year, if I remember correctly, you said it doesn't matter if you have a bigger house than your neighbor or a bigger boat. But now you have these 19 majors, which is an incredible accomplishment. Novak just won Wimbledon. And for fans, this race between the three of you is very special. Talk about, please, you're winning your 19th and the competition between the three of you.
I don't look it at that way. I always say the same. No, I would love to be the one who win more, but I am not thinking, and I'm not going to practice every day, or I'm not playing tennis for it. You know, I am playing tennis because I love to play tennis. No, and I can't just think about Grand Slams. No, tennis is more than Grand Slams, and I need to think about the rest of the things. You know. I play to be happy, and of course the victory of today makes me super happy, but a few weeks ago I went to Montreal and have been an important moment for me too. Of course it's not a comparison because it's a completely different story, but well, that competition, if that attracts fans and create interest on the people, that's good for our sport. No, and I feel honored to be part of this battle. But I repeat the same. No, you can't be all day looking next to you about if one having more or one having a little bit less, because you will be frustrated. And all the things that I achieved in my career are much more than what I ever thought and what I ever dreamed. So I would love to be the one who have more, yes, but I will not. I really believe that I will not be happier or less happy if that happens or not happen. What gives you the happiness is the personal satisfaction that you give it your best, and in that way, I am very, very calm. I'm very pleased with myself.
Deep right. Rafa, do you feel like so many long matches in your career, so many marathons with Roger, with Novak, Verdasco, all those kind of matches? Do you feel like when you get in one like this tonight, you have an advantage because you have that experience? Does it have anything that helps you with in a situation like that?
But I have 33, not 23. No, that's not an advantage with 33, I think. No, but at some point, mentally, yes, because even if you are in a negative dynamic, you know that, or for your experience, you really believe that you can have your chance in the fifth, even if you are losing. Then in the fifth, the things became difficult for everyone, because at the end, it's different when you are against the score than when you have to win the match. You know, the mental issue is different, and I know that for a lot of years, for my personal experience, and I really always had the hope that I needed to resist. My thoughts have been, I need to resist at the beginning of the fifth. I cannot lose my serve at the beginning of the fifth. If I'm able to hold my serve, I really I really hope that I'm gonna have my chances.
We'll take two more in English.
Rafa, talking about age, we saw you play surf and volley here from time to time. Can you talk a bit about how you developed and changed your games according to age? And could you imagine to be out there in 3 or 4 years like Roger here still?
I don't think about that. I just think about shorter period of time, because you can't predict what's going on in this life. No, this world and this life changes like this, and you need to be prepared for accept everything. So today is a day to enjoy. I did this during all my career. If not, I will not be able to be where I am today with all the injuries that I had. No, I need to adapt my game to my problems and to my goals, and that's what I did all my career. No, just try to improve the things that I need to improve, because on the way you lose things that you have it. So when you lose things, you need to add another things to keep being competitive.
Last question, Andrew.
Rafa, of course, this is a very impressive accomplishment, and something that it does is it gives you an advantage looking ahead for the rest of the year at year-end number one, which would be the 5th time. Obviously, there is a long way to go, but how much does it mean to you that you're still able to compete for such accomplishment at this age?
I don't compete for it, you know. I just do my way. If I am able to be number one, doing my way, great. But I always say it the same. Today is not my main goal. Of course, it's great to be in that fight, but for me personally, it's not really a fight. You know, I just try to be competitive the weeks that I need to compete, you know, or the weeks that I want to compete. You know, so with my age and with my goals, I cannot lose energy or time to follow the number one. You know, I need to think about. I need to think about my career in a different way. You know, for me, my main goal is play as long as possible and being competitive. You know, so and sometimes if you really want to follow the number one, maybe you're gonna lose years of your career. But I am there, you know, and if I'm able to play well until the end of the season, I'm gonna have my chances. That's gonna be amazing. But I always say the same. It's not my main goal today.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
We're going to go right to Spanish.
Thanks a lot.
And one